Well, hi everybody. Today I'm with Wayne Searle from ESP Business Solutions. How you doing, Wayne?
Yeah, I'm good, David. How are you?
Yeah, good. Interesting times, isn't it?
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, certainly very, very challenging. Certainly for all of us, small businesses in particular, I think.
Yeah, just to start with, could you just give me a quick overview of the kind of services you offer for your clients?
Yeah, so we're a firm of chartered accountants, and at the starting point is we offer all the services you'd expect from a good firm of accountants. So that's your year-end accounts and your tax returns, your VAT and your bookkeeping and your payroll, those sort of things. But I guess what you could say is what we do is we work in three sort of main service packages. There's a sort of keep it legal annual package where you get your annual accounts, you get your tax return, and we'll probably set you up typically on zero accounting software, so you're on the cloud and you can comply with all HMRC's digital requirements. And then we build for the more ambitious businesses. We build from there into quarterly and monthly packages where they're getting much more in-year information on how their business is performing. We'll supplement that and support it with business review meetings where we're looking at the performance of business, we're pulling that apart, we're identifying business needs to improve and move forward. So in that respect, you could we are their finance support. I'm a bit like their finance director. So, we then support that further with things like business planning, forecasting, budgeting, coaching and mentoring. So it's a full financial service with real commercial support as well.
Yeah, great. That's fantastic. And how have you had to kind of adopt your business in these times? I know we'll come on to what you're offering and how you're helping businesses adopt, but how have you had to adopt your business initially? Oh, are you there, Wayne?
Okay. So, so you're just breaking up a bit there, David. So, what I say is, fortunately, be 3 or even 4 years ago, actually, we visioned to move the majority of our clients cloud accounting because we knew that was really moving forward at a pace, and we could see the benefits that brought to their business. But what that means at this time is majority of data that we need to support our clients is stored or exchanged in the cloud, either via cloud accounting software or apps that integrate with it. So we've been used to probably the last 2 years to working on a much more mobile basis where we can work from anywhere. So that made it much easier to move our business out of our office and allow our team to work from home. So in that respect, it's been a relatively straightforward transition. I mean, other things we've got is we've got complete access to our servers remotely. The one thing we haven't done yet is to move all of our storage to the cloud. So that's a big project that we need to do in the near future. But we've also got VoIP, internet-based phones where we can just take them from the office, bring them home, plug them into our routers at home, and clients can call the office number and we can answer here. So that's made it really easy to make the physical move. I think what's more challenging is the people side of things and making sure we still manage the business through that. So we always have a Monday morning meeting when we're in the office, which sets up the week. But we've been able to do that online, and also we have a daily, maybe just a 15-minute daily meeting every morning where everyone from the team can check in. We make sure we're all okay, make sure we know what we're doing, and just check that nobody's going stir crazy, basically.
Yeah, good, excellent. It's the technology that's out there now, which you've adopted previously, and that we have as well. It's obviously coming into its own now, which is brilliant. So yeah, it's good to see. But so one area that I know that you have been advising your clients on is the government support that's out there. And, in my opinion, they've been fantastic so far. And obviously it's never a changing thing. But I can't really ask you to answer it in a couple of sentences, but if you could just kind of briefly outline some of the schemes that are out there and perhaps where to go to get further information, I think our clients would be really interested to know about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a whole raft of measures that the government's announced over the last 2 weeks. I think probably the main, there's probably two key ones, I suppose. There's the job retention scheme, which effectively guarantees 80% of income up to £2,500 for employees, and means that employers can retain employees in the business. And it gives a great sort of a great benefit for employers who know that they want to keep their staff on, but they're just really cash strapped now. So that is a great scheme. And then for the self-employed, announced last week was the self-employed income support scheme. So again, guaranteeing up to sort of £2,500 a month for employed people for 3 months. Oh, sorry, self-employed people for 3 months. So all of these schemes and support that I'm going to talk about, there's more detail available on gov.uk. So lots of useful information there, and people can always contact us to ask more questions about them, of course. So apart from that, there's a deferment of VAT. Any VAT payable between 20th of March and 30th of June can be deferred until 31st of March next year. There's a similar deferral for the next self-assessment payment on account. The one that's due 31st of July can now be paid 31st of January next year. And there's the time to pay arrangements where any business, if they're in difficulty paying any tax, can call HMRC to ask for some form of payment plan. Some of the schemes that are around for small businesses are in the rate system. There's a £10,000 grant available to small businesses who receive small business rates relief, so that's fantastic. And then leisure, retail, hospitality businesses who are slightly larger with a rateable value between £15,000 and £51,000, they can access a £25,000 grant and also get a rates holiday for the next year. Then you've got things like improvements in statutory sick pay provision, universal credit, working tax credits. There's protection for both commercial and residential tenants from eviction for 3 months. And then, of course, finally, the coronavirus business interruption loan scheme, so which provides potentially an interest-free loan for 12 months, at least interest-free for 12 months. The repayment period may be longer than that. But all of those things, there should be something in there for every business to be able to tap into, and potentially a very valuable package for businesses.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic to see the government kind of looking at that so quickly and addressing it. So there's a lot of things to consider there. So what we'll do is we'll post in the article below this Zoom video just those details, and also some links to the government websites and British Business Bank, etc., so that people can click on directly from the post onto those sites. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we'll provide you some details on them as well.
Fantastic. So as I said, it is a bit of a minefield, and Wayne, you said to me before we came on camera that you're able to offer local businesses in the kind of Stamford, Rutland, Grantham area some special advice. Could you just give me a few more details on that?
Yeah, so last week we launched our business continuity planning service for clients, and that gives them a full guide and a business plan template to help them navigate through this current crisis. Now we've spoken to businesses, and we've heard of other businesses who really have said to us that my accountant's not contacting me at all. I've heard nothing from them since this all broke. And so we decided we really just wanted to reach out to as many small businesses as we can to make sure they're supported through this. So we are happy to make that business planning guide and template available to small businesses. We can talk to them about how we can support them to put the plan together as well. And we can also talk to them about the sort of government support that they're able to access time, all the measures that I just outlined to you, to make sure that they're aware of, one, what's available, and two, how they can go about claiming them. So, you know, like I said, we really want to reach out to as many businesses as possible, and you know, we'll do this, at least initially, we'll do it on a completely free basis. To really, if we're all in this together, let's help each other get through it. That's our kind of mentality and approach to this.
Wow, I mean, that's a fantastic offering. I think you'll find a lot of small businesses in the area perhaps only using their accountant to do their you know, end of year tax returns, possibly VAT returns if they're VAT registered, whereas many small businesses aren't. So they perhaps haven't needed this level of service from their accountant before. So to really kind of offer that advice and guidance at this stage is absolutely fantastic, Wayne.
Oh, thank you, David. I mean, you know, we've obviously known each other for a good few years, and you know how passionate I am about the planning, the management information, etc., that a business should have in place, and that's always been a key driver for me in working with our clients. And I'm just passionate about bringing that to as many businesses as possible, to be honest.
Brilliant. That's absolutely great to hear. So, you know, thank you very much for that, Wayne. Well, if you're watching this now on LinkedIn or Facebook or any other social media platform, please do like it and comment, because then it will get reached out to more small businesses that might be able to take advantage of Wayne's very kind and generous offer. So thank you all for listening, and look forward to speaking to you all soon. Thank you very much. Thanks, Wayne.